All right, are we good? Is everybody signed in to GNC? Actually, yeah, you won't be able to say. Yeah, because I gotta start. All right, I'm gonna start. We got 22, so we're pretty close. Are we ready? Almost.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
By the way, this is like what it's teaching you sometimes.
Well, it makes 9. See how you take away? You take away 1, and it equals 1.
All right, let's begin. Now, this is a warm-up. We talked about it. It leads to the activity we did yesterday about different styles of solving with quadratics, correct? These are timed. It's going to come up. You're going to get an option. It's like playing a trivia game. The faster you respond, the more points you get. Okay? If there's a winner, I will give you some extra credit. The top 3, the top 5, I think it comes up to be. Okay? Are you ready? They're going to alternate between 20 seconds and a minute and 30 seconds. Okay? You're going to do a warm-up. Okay, so it's about to begin. So it should come up. Everybody should have 4 colored choices and a shape on there. It'll come up. And then you got to choose what's the best method to solve it. The most efficient method to solve that quadratic question. Oh, it's individual. I want you guys to do it individually. All right. How do we do on that? Pretty good. We hit half. Now, does that make it the right answer? Is factoring the only way to solve? Why was factoring the most efficient answer? Because it's efficient. Well, what's that? So there was a number that went in all of them. So what can we say about that? How was factoring to do? Could you see the number? Huh? You don't remember. Could you see that it was factorable quickly? Yes. Yeah. Okay. That make it most efficient then, most likely? Yes. If it's quick and visible, would you agree? Yeah. Okay. So, guess what you're going to do next for that same quadratic? Hopefully you have something in scratch in front of you, but again, many of these are ones that aren't. So if you don't have some scratch paper, that's something I probably should have told you to get out. Grab out some scratch paper in case you do need it. You can grab something with it. Alright, so you ready? Yeah. Again, the quicker you do solve it, whatever method you choose, you get more points, right? There's only a minute and 30 seconds that's going to be allowed for this one. Ooh. That's supposed to be on Connor, Andrew, Shelby. Yeah, they answered it.
Well, I answered it very fast.
Yeah. Okay, so ready? This will change based off of what we got. 5 more questions. It'll change quite a bit. Same one.
Let's try.
What are we looking for?
Same. Let's see if it's right.
You cannot change.
So why did it not work for that?
Sister here, but they kicked me out.
What?
They kicked me out.
Kicked you out?
Well, you can buy it.
Alright, ladies. Again, well, this is exciting. We gotta keep it focused on what we're doing. So, how do we do? Is there a coincidence that 11 people chose fact and 11 people got it correct?
I counted right. No.
How did you guys solve it?
My friend.
But I did wrong. Well, I switched, added 8, and I did 8. You probably would choose 0.
Spin your phone. Put a finger on 1 point. Spin your phone.
So, we would call that method of solving completing the square. How else did we solve it? You did the x? So the x box, so factoring. How did we solve it back here? We have as in what we're doing is solving, or the game itself? It's interesting. Well, that's good. All right, are you ready for the next one? We're going to do the same sequence of events. We're going to go a little bit quicker. So, you guys, oh my gosh. We got a new leader. The whole board almost changed. All right. Are you ready? That's good.
Wait, so this is like a factory?
We're not solving.
I like the triangle.
Did a little better.
Where you at, Will?
Route 26 points.
Quiet. Let's quiet back down. Ladies, gentlemen, why solve by square roots? Why stands out? Why is that the method I chose is the most efficient? There's no middle term. So what does that mean if there's no middle term? How many unknowns do we have? Just one unknown, right? A squared unknown. Probably the quickest. Could you have factored that?
Yeah.
Was it factorable? Okay. Could you use the quadratic formula? Would that have worked as well? Yeah. Question. Does everybody have a calculator in front of them? Have we tried that? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, still commanding. Big board? Big pop. Okay. Let's go. All right, here we go. Same one.
It's the old.
Serious discussions. What?
Why are you tricking us like this? Let's see the results.
What is so? And I'm nervous to ask, but what is your conversation regarding why the oval versus the triangle? What was the difference between the two?
When there's no middle term, there's a positive and a negative.
You said between the oval and the triangle.
Yeah, and then, oh, look at that, my phone's on.
So, David, what side were you on?
The triangle.
Why did you choose the triangle over the oval? Because why?
You know, 6 squared, 36.
Okay. And what happens when we square root anything? Always.
Positive.
Yeah. And a negative, right? So you have an idea.
Whoa, J-Dog.
Alright. Well, we got a battle within the top two again.
Big Papa's coming up, don't worry.
Got another one on the board, Zach's on the board. Alright. You ready for the last one?
Answer's always correct.
There's one left.
There's one left. I would say the most efficient
Oh, come on. Oh, no.
Oh, there's two left, I guess you should say. There's one more after this. 2 seconds.
Fourth place, son.
24th place.
So, was it factorable?
It was.
Did you check it?
Very factual.
Most efficient? Did you factor it? So this one could be up for discrepancy, right? A lot of us thought, sorry, a lot of us thought it was factorable. Again, there isn't a perfect method. There's just preference. If that one is factorable, I have to look again. Yeah, it'll come back out. So we'll look at that. So we could debate that one for point wise, but off the bat, if it's not factorable, we should have went with quadratic formula, right?
Yeah.
Guys.
4 is my favorite number.
All right, so you ready? Got your scratch paper? Oh, Shelly's a little better. Zach jumped up quite a bit. Still got the top. Stuff showing good. Big Papa dropped off.
Can't lose this.
All right, ready?
We were doing it. It was so 12 before we take it. It's never been.
Press something by now. Last fight.
Is that ready? You made a choice. You only got 6 seconds left.
Then Sophia just came up to me saying she forgot it.
Oh, you do it again.
Those two people better not be.
Alright, so, one. Let's quiet down. There was a lot of stuff that we can learn. That's the thing, the question.
Top 5 still.
One, was it factorable?
Sure.
No, wasn't factorable.
You're in 7th.
Okay? Wasn't factorable. Second, and the most, can I say, discouraging thing for me to see as a teacher, with a minute and 30 seconds to solve this. You know how many people I saw with paper out trying to solve it? 2. So you guys all of a sudden, without a factorable one where you can kind of guess at the numbers, or a square root one where you can take the square root of both sides, decided your best method was to guess. Just because it's on the screen doesn't mean you can't write it down. Right? And this is where a lot of testing is going, to be online, like this. Is it not? I think I told you this. It's where things are going. ACTs are predicted to possibly be online next year, right? If I've said that correctly, I've heard that a few times. You can't resort to guessing. Now, the first ones you could do in your head because there was possibility to. This one was not so well. So what was the most efficient method? Because it always worked. if you can't figure one out, if you can't see it, what should you resort to? So, and these aren't numbers you're going to get in your head. So a little lesson we learned there at the same time. We also learned that there are sometimes that efficiency goes back to the long way. If it's quadratic method, if that happens to be the long method, and that's the way it works, it always works. All right. So, no solution. If that was your choice, what would that have to recur to? What would you have to found with that one?
Negative.
Negative. So could you have used a discriminant to decide that? Did any of you start with the discriminant from yesterday to decide that? Okay. So again, learning what techniques to do when, and now the discriminant becomes a little more important, is also useful. All right. So at this point, we are going to expedite our...
need to see the one.
Oh, you do? No. Do you actually
We have to
care?
see
Are we all
top
considered?
five is. I thought we were on top five. Yeah, actually, right. I heard that.
So we got a Zen. Oh, we got a new jump here.
J-Dog's not even on board.
All right. So those will say, I'll have actually all your points and stuff like that. That records all of it for me. So we do have all of that. So I'll get you guys some extra credit for those top 5 decks. So good work. All right. Now, we've done this before, and it's not our first time. So we talked about this. You know what the activity is. What you're going to do at this point is you're going to take out that activity that you did last night. You should have solved 2 of them. So right now you should be walking in. We're going to do this quietly as I talk. You're going to bring those out. You should have 2 methods. Your goal is to have 3 as a group and have a conversation. Very similar to what we just did here, where you're going to decide what the most efficient, and efficiency doesn't have to mean kind of like the Kahoot. Efficiency for you can be what method you guys thought was the easiest to use to solve it. Okay? Because you bring to the table something different. There is a most efficient way, I think, but if it doesn't work for you because that's not your method and you don't understand it, then your method changes. Okay? So in your group, you're going to have that conversation. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to have the conversation. You're going to pull it out. You need to make sure that you have 3 methods, though, that you've done. You have to have 3 different methods for that problem that I gave you yesterday. And you're going to have a quick discussion about it. At the end of that, we're going to start creating our auras, and you're going to do a presentation on why that was your most efficient method, why you chose it, and then you're going to demonstrate it. So, and then we're also going to create a poster, and we'll break up into groups. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do that, and then we'll converse.